Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 17th March 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Today we got two stories for you guys. First, we're going to talk about some college basketball player who claims that winning in a match is just like winning your first win in Fortnite. Yeah, seriously. Exactly, we're going to take a look at some things that world billionaire celebrity Elon Musk said about Overwatch. Yeah, today is somewhat boring. I'm sorry, there's really nothing happening in the gaming world today. But let's begin with the college basketball player who compared their biggest ever victory to his first win in Fortnite. So, all of this essentially comes from what is called an upset, where the team who has been the last person to go into the, into the last section of the league, where teams face off against each other and try to get throughout a little bit of a rooster until they are battling for the first place. And it's usually done that the first team, the one that ended the season at the first place, plays with the team that was the last to successfully progress into the second section. In the student equivalent of NBA, which is called NCAA, this is the 16th team. So there are 16 teams battling for the overall victory. Number 16 playing with number 1, and the number 16 will, for the first time ever, beat number 1. It being UMBC, and they beat Virginia, and I mean beat like hell, 74 to 54, meaning they're the first ever team to manage to do it. And one of their players, named what's his name, Nolan Gueretti, who had a little bit of a post-game Q&A, which recorded by Mark Armstrong from the WTVD. He said that it's like your first Fortnite victory, honestly, which is just hilarious. It means that Fortnite is getting more and more to mainstream. It now means that professional athletes are playing video games for fun, and they're actually winning. But there's not that big of a surprise there, because whether you like it, winning in an esports is also somewhat a physical strain on your body. You need 100% focus, great reflexes, and obviously athletes will have both of these things, at least the professional ones. Yeah, that's awesome. I find it 100% hilarious and 100% awesome. I just can't wait until gaming will become such a mainstream thing that nobody will even think about reporting about these things. Obviously, it's coming into fruition slowly. It will take, I'm going to guess, 5 to 10 years until gaming is essentially viewed the same way as watching TV. It's like, yeah, I game. What do you like to game? Oh, I like to play this and this. It's like, you know, you won't even ask somebody, oh, do you game? No, you won't. Because everybody will be doing it. Like, no, not everybody. Like, 95% of people will be doing it. Same, you don't come and ask your friends, so are you a TV watcher? Yeah, obviously. You would just come in and ask, so what sort of TV shows do you like? What sort of movies do you like? And then you're going to ask your friends, so what games do you like? And the implicit question, the implicit assumption there, that you do game, you do watch TVs, and you do watch movies, will just be there, because 99% of people will be doing it, and the few people who won't will be like, oh, actually, I don't play games because I'm a hipster, and games are old-fashioned. Nowadays, I don't know, swim on crocodiles. See, that's just what it's going to be, and it will bring its own plethora of problems, obviously, because it will require the majority of the gaming market to be targeted towards the mainstream community, and that's something we have been seeing more and more, and lots of people have been complaining about it. That, yeah, I remember the good old days when games were hard. Yeah, but there was about 100,000 people gaming. I know I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. It's just, if you have a niche market, you can make niche products. But if your market is mainstream and you want a success in a big scale, then your product also has to be mainstream. That doesn't mean we won't have niche games in the future, obviously. And on top of that, the niche market will actually be larger as it is with, let's say, books. You know, there's a mainstream book market where you can go and buy stories like, I don't know, detective stories are probably the most mainstream, or romantic novels. But if you like extremely philosophical fantasy set in an alternate world where dragons are breathing water and humans walk on their legs, walk on their arms, you can probably find that as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a book with that actual theme. It wouldn't surprise me at all. So the niche market will only grow larger because the overall amount of people who will be playing games will just continue to rise. So can't wait for that future. Okay, let's move on from basketball and Fortnite and the gaming future to Tesla billionaire Elon Musk. Probably the most famous person of the world right now, the person everybody wants to be like if they have anything to do with tech. So many of you might not know this, but Elon Musk likes to game. As I said, it's just becoming more and more mainstream to game. And one of the games that he seems to like is Overwatch, and he calls the experience soothing. Which I don't understand because, you know what, I do understand it, but I'm going to assume that all he does is quick play. If he thinks Overwatch is soothing, he obviously doesn't play competitive because the environment there is toxic, to say the least. But that's often the case when it comes to competitive environments. If you actually are looking to win and not just have fun, there's a good chance you will be somewhat toxic because your goal is to win. And Elon has been a fan of this, seems, for some time. He actually recommended a game back in a few years ago where he revealed that his favorite character is Soldier 76. And that does only confirm my theory that he is more of a casual player, because Soldier 76 is the character you pick if you want to go the middle ground, I call it. You have some healing tools, you have some AoE, it's very easy to shoot. The mechanics aren't really that complex, but, you know, it just shows you that he's overall casual gamer, I guess. That was what I'd say. He also confirmed that he does play on the PC, because PC is the best. But Tygergamer would probably tell differently. But yeah, it is the best. And yeah, it's just awesome. He was answering actually a fan of, he still plays Overwatch, and he said yes, 2 days ago that yeah, he does find it soothing. And somewhat funny enough, some people were like, oh, and will you send a copy of Overwatch into space so aliens can play Overwatch? Nah, I think he will stick with his Tesla cars being sent to space for a moment, though I wouldn't assume that he couldn't do it. You know, you just need a USB stick and slap the game onto it. It won't be so hard. It doesn't weigh nearly anything and would be insanely easy. But the bigger question is, would that actually accomplish anything? You might argue that him sending his car into space didn't accomplish anything, but that was a marketing stunt. That's all it was. But sending Overwatch into space, that would have to be perpetrated by Blizzard for it to be a marketing stunt as well, and I doubt that it would be nearly as effective. Yeah. So with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving us a like here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel if you are watching on Steemit. Maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for the gaming podcast between me and Tygergamer. See you guys later with more gaming content.